What happens when someone you know from television faces an unimaginable personal tragedy? For millions of viewers, Sheinelle Jones has always been a bright, comforting presence on The Today Show. But behind the scenes, her life took a heartbreaking turn. Earlier this year, her beloved husband, Uche Oje, passed away after a battle with brain cancer. After months away from the spotlight, Sheinelle is finally returning to the studio. Her comeback isn't just about getting back to work. It's about sharing her grief, her love, and her resilience with the world. And in a deeply emotional interview with Savannah Guthrie, she opens up about her painful yet powerful journey through loss and healing. Sheinelle Jones and Uche Oje were more than just partners. They were college sweethearts, best friends, and the proud parents of 3 beautiful children. Married for 17 years, their bond was one built on love, laughter, and support. When Uche was diagnosed with glioblastoma, one of the most aggressive forms of brain cancer, life changed forever. Sheinelle became not just his wife, but also his caregiver, standing by his side through every appointment, every treatment, and every heartbreaking moment. In her upcoming conversation, she describes this chapter of her life as a beautiful nightmare, a phrase that captures the deep pain of loss, alongside the strength of love that carried her through. In late May, Uche passed away at just 45 years old. The loss devastated not only Sheinelle and her children, but also everyone who knew him. He was remembered as a kind, intelligent, and loving man who made a difference in the lives of those around him. Savannah Guthrie, Sheinelle's close colleague and friend, shared heartfelt words saying, "There are no words for the pain we feel for Sheinelle and their 3 young children. Uche was an incredible person. We all loved him." For Sheinelle, this grief is something she continues to carry, but she has chosen to share it publicly in hopes that her honesty might help others facing similar pain. During her interview, Sheinelle reveals what life has been like since her husband's passing. She talks about the silence at home, the challenges of parenting while grieving, and the strength she finds in her children. Her story resonates with anyone who has lost a loved one, because grief is not something that. What makes Sheinelle's return so powerful is her decision to be vulnerable. Many public figures keep their private pain hidden, but she is choosing to speak openly. She calls her experience a story of love, loss, and ultimately hope. For her children, she wants to show that even after unimaginable heartbreak, life can still hold meaning. And for her audience, she offers an important reminder that grief is not weakness, but proof of love. She shares moments of reflection about how her husband's battle with cancer changed her perspective on time, relationships, and the value of every single day. But Sheinelle's story is also connected to a larger mission. Brain cancer, especially glioblastoma, remains one of the most challenging and devastating diagnoses. While her family has endured this painful journey, others across the country face the same reality. That's why initiatives like those at Duke University's Preston Robert Tisch Brain Tumor Center are so critical. Recently, Durham native Rebecca Feinglos donated $250,000 to establish the Susan and Mark Feinglos Grief Initiative. This program will provide emotional and mental health support to patients, families, and caregivers, helping them navigate the same challenges Sheinelle knows all too well. For anyone who has faced a loss, Sheinelle's courage offers comfort. She is not just returning to work, she is returning with a purpose. Her message is clear: grief may never fully leave, but neither does love. By sharing her journey, she gives others permission to grieve openly, to talk about their pain, and to find strength in community. She knows there are families sitting at kitchen tables tonight, feeling the same emptiness she feels, and to them, she says, "You are not alone." As Chanel Jones sits down in Studio 1A once again, it's not the same studio she left months ago. She returns as someone who has walked through fire and emerged changed, but not broken. With Savannah Guthrie by her side, she shares her story not just as a journalist, but as a wife, a mother, and a woman who has endured profound loss. Her journey is both deeply personal and universally human. And while the pain of losing her husband will always remain, her voice now carries a new strength, a strength built on love, resilience, and hope for the future.